Hi everybody, welcome to another Carrara tutorial. I'm cripeman, and what we're going to do this time through is we're going to look at our plants in Carrara. Um, Now it says plant here, but it's basically a tree. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and drop one in our scene, put it in the middle, and you notice that a whole lot of sliders come up. Now it's kind of daunting because there's a lot of different pages to what goes into the shape of a tree. Uh, it's kind of daunting, and most people will probably just use load something from the scene wizard. And there are some really cool ones here, and I'm going to do one of these toward the end of the tutorial, but we're not going to do it right now. Um, let's look at all the different options that we have. Well, not all of them, but we're going to kind of speed through some of them. Let's do trunk width. Trunk width is probably one of the more important ones because it deals with the shape of your tree. Now you know that. Oh, let's zoom in on that guy. You can change the basic shape of your tree with that. And this is the first shape that comes in. This is your main tree. It has some standard leaves, standard tree shape, um, and that's what that looks like. Now you can change the parameters on that thing all day long. There are leaves and fronds and needles and stuff, and there's just a lot of things you can do. Um, Now you got trunk width and nothing happens, but if you hover your cursor over decay, it tells you what decay is. Now when you do this on a lot of stuff, it'll give you the terminology, because different terminology that gives you an definition of what you're doing, uh, because there's a lot of terms in here that uh, isn't used in 3D or anywhere else but in tree world. So you got phyllotoxy angle, internodal length, variability. Variability is one that it's pretty universal, but you can relate it to trees. Anyway, you can do a lot of different things with your tree through this. Well, you know what? Before we do anything, let's turn generations of leaves off so we can have a nice ball-headed tree here. There we go. There's our shape, minus the leaves. Let's jump in there, and you can mess with the trunk angle. That kind of curves your trunk. Uh, you can put a curve in the angle of the trunk and get it closer to the ground. Uh, Put a curve in your tree itself, kind of giving it a kind of a wild uh, direction, upward direction from the trunk, and elasticity. And this isn't going to show a whole lot of anything, but it tells what there's one of those little hidden boxes that come up there. Let's go to branches. You can change the length here, bring it back down, mess with the angles a little bit, get them closer to the ground if you want to. And you have your leaf option. Put a generation of leaves on there and you can see what you got. And you can load a leaf from a file. Uh, you load a leaf if you have certain things that certain look. This pretty much covers most of the things that you're going to have as a leaf on your tree. Uh, Bamboo, there's like a maple leaf kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of different ones. We're not going to go through them all, but um, actually we're not going to go through any of them, but that's what you can do. Do the angles at the branch. You can kind of spin it around the branch that comes out. You can distribute them differently. You can do an alternate, spiral, where the leaf gets here, then here, kind of stair steps its way around. Um, do big leaves, you can do little leaves. And you can do all the different things that you want to do to them um, through your sliders and drop boxes. Uh, oh yeah, let's turn the leaves off again. There we go. Now, I'm not really sure what recursion limit is. I think it's the number of times that it goes from branch to branch to branch to branch as it builds up. You can do half cylindrical, spherical. This will kind of bring your leaves out. What's a good one? Conical. There's your Christmas tree right there. And let's jump into experts. And this is the one that's really, I mean, it looks like kind of redundant, but it's necessary. I mean, if you want total control of the way your tree is going to look, you can do that here. Um, you notice that it starts on generation 2. Now, generation 1 is the branch that comes out immediately from the trunk. Generation 2 is the next branch off of that one. And then generation 3 is the little bitty branch off of that one. And as they go on, they get smaller. And you can do the uh, uh, shaping of it through this stuff right here. You can kind of change the angles. And it's not going to show this stuff right here, but you do this, and you have kind of a lonely looking tree. Keep doing that. And the phyllotoxy angle, it'll kind of give you an idea of what phyllotoxy is. Do variability, internodal length, all the stuff that you can do with your trunk, you can do here pretty much. And yeah, play with this a little bit. Oh, also, you can do centered, and you can also do, if you ever do tree generator down here, if you ever make it this far, uh, there are like different options here. It'll change the shape and look of your tree, I mean, dramatically. This is what we got here. Just a couple little stems and a couple little branches. Uh, yeah, but we don't, I don't know, probably find a use for it. I haven't yet. Centered is normally the one that you're going to mess with. All this other stuff I think is mainly for making your own special plants. Elasticity. What I wanted to show here is the counterintuitiveness of gravity. Where's it at? Oh, there we go. Now you notice that as you move your slider down, your branches go down. Down, up, brings your branches up. It's kind of counterintuitive to what you think gravity would do, but there it is. And then you can really add some extra stuff in here. Every page that you go to, this one stays the same, and this is where you can do a lot of your different things. Mesh smoothness, that little square part at the bottom, you want your mesh to be smoother, bump it up as far as your RAM will go. All right. As we come to close to the end of this, let's go ahead and load a tree up. And they've got a really excellent example. I like this one. It is called the larch. And it makes for a nice. It would make for a nice Christmas tree, I would think. Now you notice when you bring it in, it looks like just a big mess of branches. That's because it came in at 40 feet. Let's go ahead and bring that down to 10 feet. Oh, 10 feet. Come on, baby. There it is. And this is the way that looks. But check this out. You notice how you have your little spines and needles, your pine needle kind of stuff. This is a really good looking tree, and it'd look great in any forest that you have. But and as you can with every iteration of your tree, you can kind of change everything there. Just gonna do that real quick and change how the tree looks, and this is pretty much back to the way it looked before. So anyway, that's a quick tour of your trees or your plants. Play with them is the way that you're going to get the results that you want to have. So anyway, that's it for this time. I'm Cripeman, and I'll talk to you again later. Bye.